was Drake,
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come on with a dank, scrolling in a tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping, I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
yeah. I'm okay.
Hello. Hey, welcome
Oi,
to Heavyweights live on woodsports.com. I'm Eazy.
I'm Spencer.
Yeah, Spencer. It's I always want to call you Nick nowadays. I don't know why. You all just look the same or something. It's young Chris. Young Christopher.
Sure. Chris, can you move this camera?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's going on here?
Oh yeah, it's because they had to use that one for the Maz cam. I don't know.
Oh, why
Pete's doing a bunch of wild shit.
Here, watch this.
Pete.
I'm gonna grab this.
Pete.
Right. Oh, he did it off screen. I was gonna make it look like I was pulling it. You know what I'm saying? We got Nicholas Cole off on the ones and twos.
Let's go.
We're actually talking Red Wings today. We're actually talking Tigers.
Yeah. Pitchers and catchers report.
Fucking nuts. What?
Before we get all heavyweighty.
No. Okay. What?
Before we get all heavyweighty and stuff, I do. Today is the 1 year anniversary of the Michigan State shooting, the tragic shooting that happened in East Lansing last year. And I just wanted to acknowledge the families of the 3 students that lost their lives. Brian Frazier, Ariel Anderson, and Alex Werner. It's tough, man. It's tough. I know Spartan families went through a lot last year, and that situation you'll never be able to get over, losing a child, losing a loved one. But Spartan Nation is here for you. Go green, go white. I saw they did a tribute at the Rock. They did a memorial at the Rock, and they're gonna do another one again tonight. Maz told me, so it's awesome to see Spartan Nation supporting these families, supporting each other in this. It sucks, man. It was a dark day in Michigan State lore, and we'll never forget those that lost their lives that day. It was tough.
Chris, you went to Michigan State. You got any words?
I mean, Spencer said a lot of it. I mean, how can you really add more to it other than your own individual, thoughts, prayers, everything with everyone that goes through something like that. I mean, I remember a good friend of mine, her sister. I came to work with her the next day, and her sister, her little sister, was in college, and she was right near the area of where things were going down. And I totally didn't even cross her mind. The whole night before, I was, reaching and checking in on all my loved ones I knew were at state. I didn't even think of her until I saw her at work the next morning, and my heart sank. And she was like, "Everyone's okay." And it's just unfortunate because there's people that can't say that. There's 3 families that can't say that, and that's something that all you could do is offer all the support, all the time, everything you can give those families and whatever they need. But that's all you can do. Unfortunately, you can't get that back. But you have a strong body, a strong congregation of a lot of people that are here for you.
More of their names again one more time.
What's up? Oh, Brian Frazier, Ariel Anderson, and Alex Werner.
Those names we should remember. So I just want to get that finished up. And moving on to the rest of the day's prep. Detroit Lions signed Mateo Betts, CFL defensive MVP, if I'm not mistaken, at 18 sacks in 18 games.
Mm-hmm.
Dog. And the CFL.
In the CFL. We'll see how it translates.
Yeah. I put this out there on Twitter because I had a couple things going on today, so I didn't get to prep like I typically do, or try to at least. And I was like, what should we talk about today? Got a lot of stuff about Mateo Betts, but it's like, and the CFL.
We'll see what he can do. I'm not going to put any stock into it until I see him play games in the NFL, because we all know, the USFL, the XFL, the CFL. You look at all these, and it's nice, but it's nowhere near the level of talent in the NFL.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see if he can do it at this level. If he can have somewhat of success that he had in the CFL and the NFL, props to Brad Holmes for finding one. But I'm gonna need to see him do it in a live game in the NFL, because there's a giant skill gap between the NFL and any other professional football league.
And for the people that are like let's see what he's got. We haven't seen him in the NFL. Well, he was the Chicago Bears formerly. Didn't make the team. Got cut. Ended up getting drafted 3rd overall by the CFL. And the rest is history. He's doing what he's done so far. Chris, you going to say something on that?
Yeah, I mean, my question, this is just a general question. It's an interesting time to sign him, right? Like, before the draft, before free agency, like, why is this something that's happening right now in this particular
So they met with him previously in December.
Yeah.
So there was, like, ongoing, like, conversations, like, a relationship kind of established there to where, like, they wanted to bring him in, just didn't see maybe the need or fit for it at the time because we had Bruce Irvin. Uncle Bruce was there at the time. Now, heading into this offseason, one thing that did spotlight for myself, which I'm kind of embarrassed to say at this point, but we're kind of thin at defensive end. Like, outside of Hutch, outside of Pascal, outside of Kaminsky, that's really all we have at the edge position right now. Charles Harris is currently unrestricted free agent. I believe the same thing with Romeo Quara, and obviously Julian we cut too. That did pique my interest in that position as a position E for the Detroit Lions. It used to not be the case. Obviously James Houston, he's coming back too. I guess that's one I forgot. But everybody else are guys that are predicted to be on the practice squad. Mm-hmm. I mean, this guy is probably going to be on the practice squad in my opinion. Nick?
Yeah, I'm at the point, why not take a shot on him? Let's see if he makes the roster. I'm not going to overreact. It's the Canadian Football League here. But, I mean, 18 sacks is 18 sacks. You got to be able to get to the quarterback in that situation. So we'll see if he makes the roster, and then maybe some of the hype can build a little bit. But he's got to make the roster first for me to go off on anything about this guy.
Yeah, I'm not going to get overly excited about again, I'm obviously wishing the best as a Detroit Lions fan. But I can't really do a deep dive into a guy that
hasn't played in the NFL.
Yeah, and had a shot to play in the NFL, and unfortunately, didn't make the cut. He got cut by the Chicago Bears in 2019. If you remember back 2019, the Chicago Bears weren't doing that hot.
No, they were not.
It's not like they were like established, pieces. I mean, maybe so on the on edge.
Sometimes it's a little Dante Exum. You find your way back in the NBA. And,
yeah. What is your
Dante Exum stock very high? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, what is that?
No,
like, what's he doing lately? It's like for the victory lap.
He's playing 5 minutes a game.
Yeah, he filled in. He filled in very well when Kyrie was out for that extended period of time, and he was putting up good numbers. And I was even betting on this man, and he was getting me money. Like, betting on Dante Exum in 2023 is pretty wild. He's a good rotational player. He moves the ball well. He's a lanky defender, and he was shooting the three at a good percentage. So, I think he's a contributing player in today's NBA. That's all I said.
We don't care about Dante Exum.
Well, Eazy just asked, so somebody cares.
Going forward, this guy, Mateo, is it Matthew?
It's Mateo.
It's Mateo.
I'm pretty sure it's Mateo. Yeah.
For sure?
I know, like, Brazilian dudes. That's how they say it. I was listening to somebody say Matthew, though. I don't think that's correct.
Betts. Signing Betts was something that we could see. I mean, he'll give us more than Charles Harris.
Yeah.
I could comfortably say that. If he gets snaps, he'll give us more than Charles Harris. So this isn't a move that's going to stop the Lions from adding another edge rusher. Signing Betts isn't something that's like, oh, well, so much for Everson Griffin, so much for trading for Hassan Reddick. No, it's this guy is a depth piece at best. So Big John says it's Matthew.
It's Matthew? I guess, he doesn't really look like he'd be a Mateo. All fairness.
Matt Betts. Matty Betts.
Matty Betts. There you go. That works for me. Actually, I know Matt Betts. Shout out.
Yeah.
I saw a comment on Woodward Sports Chat. Someone said, you guys must have forgot about Cameron Wake. No, there's just been like one Cameron Wake to ever do it. I can't. It's kind of crazy to put those expectations, or like, if I were to hop on this show and hype this man up to be the next Cameron Wake, because Cameron Wake went from cut from a team. But I mean, I don't even know the situation where Cameron Wake got cut from the team. He may have got cut for more than like performance issues. It could have been something off the field. I don't know that exact story, if I'm being quite honest with you. I'm going to look into it, but like, I don't know. I feel like I'd sound like a freaking madman. I don't have those expectations for him to be Cameron Wake.
Cam Wake's 6'3", 263. Betts is 6 foot.
Was he 6 what?
He's 6 foot on the dot.
6 foot on the dot?
Yeah,
I think I looked at him. He's weighed like 250 pounds. It's not like
he's got good get off on the line, though.
undersized.
I did look at some of his tape.
Yeah.
And he gets off the line very well. He has a lot of good fast moves. He's very good quick reaction speed when it comes to getting off the line, getting that first step, which is very important in rushing the pass. So that first step can be everything. So that definitely has a
Oh, go ahead.
no. What were you gonna say?
Big John, right? I didn't read his second comment. He said, "Granted, Wake went to Penn State, Betts went to Laval." So it's like,
The fuck is Laval?
exactly. Well, that's what he's saying.
Canadian
That's what he's
college
saying.
or
And but
something.
before you guys get into the, I'm already seeing to Doug Flutie. We're not talking about quarterbacks. I'm talking about defensive end position. It's a quarterback's hard to judge. Quarterbacks hard, like I could see quarterbacks get missed. There's probably some guy out there right now in the CFL could be a decent backup here or in the NFL. But
for sure. I mean, Brock Purdy was destined. He was destined for the CFL until he fell in Kyle Shanahan's lap.
That is true. Probably CFL MVP right there.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy. Real quick too, while we're on the edge position, I feel like that sounded edge position. Either way, Hassan
Ryan
Reddick
Lentz
came out.
knows the edge position pretty well.
Huh?
Ryan Lentz knows the edge position pretty well.
Shout out. Either way, Hassan Reddick came out and said he did not request a trade from the Philadelphia Eagles. He actually hopes to extend his career with the Philadelphia Eagles and remain there for whatever. He did say, though, he understands the business. I think the writing's on the wall when we look at the fact that they just paid Jalen Hurts a shit ton of money. Obviously, they drafted Nolan Smith, so he probably is going to be traded, but it wasn't like per his request. He wasn't the one that requested
Yeah, no, there's
trade.
requests. There's requesting a trade, and then there's a team shopping you.
Yeah.
So
And that's probably what's happening. He's
Yeah.
probably getting shopped. Which, I mean, in a ways, I mean, are the Eagles like kind of cooked for a minute now? I mean, what's the forecast on that?
Eagles are looking a little cooked. Like when you sign Jalen Hurts to that kind of money,
Yeah.
it's not gonna. Jalen Hurts isn't Patrick Mahomes. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. He's not Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
He's not gonna carry your team. He's not Josh Allen. So, I mean, I said the Eagles were cooked last year, but they got old
Yeah.
players on that defense. That who knows, how many years Slay's still gonna go at it.
Kelsey.
Bradbury looks cooked.
Yeah.
Jason Kelly and Lane Johnson are both a day away from retirement.
Yeah.
Kelsey, I still haven't seen him officially say he's retiring.
He said he was, and then now he's on the fence again because he's talking to a fan. The fan asked him to come back. He's like, I'm trying. So I don't know if it's like.
Well,
Was he turned?
Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey are both on hole 18. Like, not the back nine. They're on hole 18. They're ready to go. So the Eagles are looking pretty cooked.
Comment over Sports Chat. We're going to sign Danico Autry, Huff, and Gilmore. So Steve Wilds. I'm with you on Danico Autry. Like, when it comes to that edge position, when I looked at it, I don't know why it just feels like I'm saying that so weird. But either way, when I realized we only had like 3 guys that for sure making the roster at that position, I did start thinking like back to what Brad was talking about. I don't know if he's gonna make a splash signing, but now that I see there's only 3 dudes, when he's talking about depth, that makes a little bit more sense. Like Danico Autry can like play inside and outside. Like a lot of the Josh Pascal, John Kaminsky types that could fill in both slots for you. I think we might see a lot of those signings, not necessarily a big
A pair.
Yeah.
Want a pair.
A pear and a palm tree. I don't think we'll see a big acquisition outside of maybe the draft, if you consider that big, because it's kind of like an unknown commodity. But that's kind of my takeaway from it, looking at the signing. But hey, maybe it does become Cameron Wake. We shall see. We shall see. Happy birthday to Jaden Ivey.
Happy birthday to Jaden Ivey.
Nick said lock him in for $30. If you bet your house on it, you can blame him.
30 points.
No, I was just messing around with the fellas, but I think he'll go off tonight. He's playing in LA on his birthday. Yes, I'll call it big Jaden Ivey night.
Or maybe he's hungover.
True.
Ooh.
How old is he turning?
Yeah.
He doesn't really seem like the big party type.
He does. That's
seems
a
like,
good point. He does not
he
seem
seems
like the party type.
Good kid. Sounds like
super
a
good
kid.
worker.
How about this?
But you hate him, Eazy.
While we're on it, just real quick. Actually, I'll tie it into the next segment because we do got to go to break. How about you tell us about like Jack Labrador?
Jack Labrador, of course I'll tell you about Jack Labrador because football season is officially over and spring training is right around the corner. Catchers and pitchers reported today. However, Jack Labrador is 24/7, 365 days a year. Learn how to play now on your phone at jacklabrador.gg. 2 new symbols and a franchise-changing 3-point play. And remember that once you go Jack, you never go back. Go to jacklabrador.gg now and get in on the fun.
Love Woodward Sports? Love of wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Are you tired of wearing the same old Detroit sports merch? It's a new era in sports wearables, new designs, amazing appeal, the ultimate swag. Check out woodwardsports.com and click the shop tab today. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all guaranteed to turn heads. Get the latest designs. Head to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today.
What up, though? Welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live on woodwardsports.com. I'm Eazy, Spin More Rax, Young Chris, Unky Nick. Guys, thank me later. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. If you haven't got anything for your girl, make sure you got it today. Listen to Heavyweights on your way there.
I ain't got a girl.
I didn't peep that. I didn't peep this the 13th until today.
I had one till Sunday, you know.
You had one till Sunday?
Damn.
Oh, damn. I'm sorry that happened
Chris
to you,
was
bro.
waiting.
That's
Sorry,
unfortunate.
got Chris.
That's
They
unfortunate.
work together, you know, they're close. You know.
That really is how dudes be with your girl at work.
Yeah.
That ass. That is how it is.
Dead ass.
That's exactly how
Especially
it
if you're
is.
dating a nurse.
Whether you
bro,
like
ain't
it or
dating
you're
a
not.
nurse.
Like it. Huh?
You're not dating. If you're dating a nurse, you're not dating a nurse.
No.
No, you're just one of the guys dating a nurse.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh,
You're one of the not doctors.
You're just
dating.
the off
oh
the clock
stop. I
shit.
just feel so bad for like, the guys like listening who have like nurse wives or girlfriends
I
right now
know.
because. Yeah.
I
All right, we're
blocked
moving on.
female best
Tomorrow's
friends,
Valentine's Day. Make sure you guys get your stuff.
Women deserve nothing.
Before we went to break, we were talking about the Detroit Lions' depth at the edge position. Again, I think it's only Hutch, Pascal, Kaminsky, and Houston that are currently on the roster right now. Meaning, in my opinion, I mean, am I not wrong? We need some bodies there.
And we just got Mateo Betts.
Nice.
But it up.
Potato butts.
Matty Betts.
No, we definitely need some bodies out there.
If it is Matthew, why is it spelled that way?
All right, well, ask Tyron, huh?
What is it? What? What do you mean?
Tyron Matthew?
Oh, it's spelled, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
I think that they're definitely going to have to get some bodies in there, whether it's through the draft, whether it is re-signing some of their guys. Maybe they bring back an Okwara. Maybe they make a big signing on a free agent, whether it be Everson Griffin or a Josh Allen or someone crazy like that. But they're definitely going to have to replenish that edge position. You can't go out there with two guys who are legit edges and then Kaminsky and Pascal who kind of do it all defensive linemen. You're going to need some more depth when it comes to the edge rusher.
Yeah, that's one piece I really want to bring back now. Is after like realizing this is Romeo Okwara. I know a lot of people people only want to sign sexy names. I don't know why people are like no, don't want it. Like you turn your nose to it. It's a depth signing. It's not like your featured guy. It's not gonna be like your certified starter. It's just a depth. And by the way, he started for you last year, and I know the defense was the best defense, but like, hey, you made it to the NFC Conference Championship. Like, I don't know why you like turn your nose to that. And when I've said that name in the past, people have been like, no, we're like
who, Romeo?
Yeah, like what do you mean? It's not gonna cost you a lot. You know he's at least like somewhat reliable outside of the injuries. When he was like healthy before the injury, he got you like 9 or 10 sacks. If I'm not mistaken. But it's a cheap signing. Somebody you definitely should bring back. But how about this? Not coming from me. I'm just passing on along the news. PFF proposed this trade. If you want to put it up there, Chris. How about the 33-year-old Khalil Mack in a trade to the Detroit Lions for a 4th-round pick? How you feel about that, Spitty? That's the value you put on Hassan Reddick, by the way. 33-year-old.
I mean, Khalil Mack
I want it.
this year.
Yeah, he's 33 years old. That's kind of. I mean, he got like 6 of them all in one
What's
game.
his salary? He did get 6 in one game. That is a good point. Next year he's making $38 million cap hit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's insane. So what is after a trade?
I'm not sure.
Are you on? Here, I'll do it. Trade pre-June, it would be. He would still cost $23 million.
Yeah, no. Nope.
Trade post-June would still cost $23 million.
Nope.
Damn, the Chargers are. Why is he signed to something like that?
No, thank you.
How does that happen?
PFF, professionally fuck off. Like, no. I'm not trading. I'm not doing that for the Lions.
That is crazy.
No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. All due respect to Khalil Mack, and once I saw the cap hit, according to overthecap.com, pre-June and post-June, it's upwards of $20 million.
Nope.
There are gentlemen out there that are like actively worth that right now and have like careers. Again, no disrespect to Khalil Mack. Dude's been a demon in his past.
Yes, he has.
But there's like 25-year-olds, 26-year-olds out there right now that are available on the open market that I don't have to give a fourth-round pick for. That makes zero sense to do. There's absolutely no sense. Am I tripping, Nick? Do you want Khalil Mack?
That's a Rams move, and you say F them picks, and you're going all in for 1 year. It's kind of the opposite of everything that Brad Holmes has spoken about recently. But to be honest, pairing up Khalil Mack with Aiden Hutchinson, fellas, you can dream for a moment here. He did have those 6 sacks in one game, but that's still 11 sacks on the season besides those 6. He had 17, 10 passes defended, 5 forced fumbles. This dude can still ball out, and you pair him opposite Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, it's scary. I mean, this team goes to a new level if they bring in Mack. The cap hit is obviously ridiculous, but if they can make it work, I would be interested.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the rest of his stats. I know he had a good year last year. And I know I'm pretty damn sure like 6 of those sacks all came in like one game.
They did.
They did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which game was it, you know?
Even
And
besides that,
you still got 11.
I mean, he actually still producing like decently. Like if you want to like be proud of it, Hutch is like 11 and a half. Like obviously this year he had 17. The year prior 8. Year before that 6. And actually the year that he had 6, he only played 7 games.
boom.
But I just $23 million.
That's
man.
a lot of money.
Yeah, if I'm investing that like a pick and then investing of the money, I'd rather sign one of these guys in the open market.
Yeah.
I mean, Josh Allen's probably getting tagged, but like I throw a big bag at him versus like
Before signing Khalil Mack or
Absolutely.
taking on a contract for Khalil, even though it is only 1 year, it is the final year of his contract.
yeah.
That would be a, like you said, a fuck them picks move to just go at. But I don't see Brad Holmes doing that.
Anthony Patterson, please sign Danielle Hunter. Yeah, I'd rather sign Danielle Hunter than
Yes,
trade
1000%.
for. Yeah, I'm with you, Nick. Damn you for trying to. You almost sold us though. You know, you almost got us there.
Got to bring in that different point of view here. But
No, I appreciate that.
I mean, the other
appreciate
guys
that.
are obviously younger, and it would take a bigger or longer contract. You know,
Yeah.
that's why it would be a 1 year F them picks. Are you willing to give up a 4th for 1 year of Khalil Mack?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we have a lot of cap space. I mean, we have to see how it breaks down with Goff, St. Brown getting re-signed, possibly Aleem McNeil. So I guess we'll see.
CEO with adding some seasoning to your entree there. He says, and that was without Bosa most of the year.
Damn.
That's true too. Even if you take away the 6 sacks in the one game that he had, that's still 11 sacks, which is like what we had in our Pro Bowl or Aiden Hutchinson. That's he's actually still producing at a crazy clip. He more than likely probably is getting cut. I don't really see anybody trading for the 33-year-old just to pay him $23 million. Mm-hmm. I mean, who else is in a fuck 'em pick situation?
The Niners.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And they just got. Well, I don't know if they just got. I don't know what they're gonna do with it. But Chase Young's obviously hitting free agency too. Mm-hmm. Well, there's that. I guess I just want to talk about the edge position a little bit because that came up and it paired with like me realizing that there's a lack of depth there.
That just doesn't seem like a Brad Holmes move to me at all.
Yeah.
At all. Like trading for an old, aging veteran guy with $20 million cap hit and giving up a pick to do it. I don't see that happening. I'd much rather see them sign Everson Griffin, but not Everson Griffin, Danielle Hunter.
Yeah.
But I don't even think
I
that's
get them
going
mixed up too, by the way.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Because probably
They
they both
played
played
together,
for the Vikings. Yeah, okay.
I don't think that's going to happen even. I don't think with the way Brad was talking, it doesn't sound like he's going to go after one of these big name free agents.
No, he's not. At least in my opinion. Chris?
I look at this as something that is just it's not in the DNA of Brad Holmes. He hasn't shown us to do that. I know that people talk about he comes from the Rams regime, but ultimately we just haven't seen this move. We've seen him we've seen him stretch the value of $1. That's been his whole tenure with the Lions, at least when it comes to free agents and the salary cap. Like that's where he's always been at. So I don't expect that to change, especially for a guy like this. So I don't think so. I like the idea of, you know, trading for a disgruntled star or a star that just, you know, has to be moved because of financial implications, but I just don't think this is the one.
Yeah, for me, honest too, like, I don't know that Brad's signed any free agent that's like 30 years plus. I really don't know that he has.
No, you don't spend all this time building through the draft, and having these guys you need to re-sign, these second-year contracts you want to give out to all your stud young players, to go out there and give that type of money to a Khalil Mack, even if it is 1 year.
Yeah. How about this one? Like, this guy's cut, or more than likely going to be cut. I think you're the one that found this piece. Xavier Howard, expected to be cut from the Miami Dolphins. Now that's another guy, 30 years, had some good years in his career. Mm-hmm. At the cornerback position, that's another position.
That's I would rather do that for sure. Just if they do cut him, which they're probably going to have to, because I believe they're sitting right now at $51 million over the cap. Are the Dolphins. And I think Xavier Howard cutting him would save them $14.5 million or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's more than likely going to happen. That's one I would like to see them. I'll take Xavier Howard for sure.
Toronto NFL, who owes me a jersey, by the way, because you said Jared Goff be the MVP of the Super Bowl this year. He says, you guys can't say that's not in Brad's DNA to do this because he hasn't had the money to do this until now. No, he said, Brad. Yeah, he had enough money to make moves last year. It's not what he does. He doesn't. I mean, it's not in his DNA. And I was with you too, by the way. Too. I was like, well, listen, I don't think we know what his DNA is yet. We've only seen like 2 years worth of off seasons, right? Mm-hmm. Like, there still may be a fucking picks coming because he wanted to build a foundation first. And I want to start getting fancy, throw the lights on the roof, and put the fucking blow up doll in the front yard or whatever the fuck you want to do. People buy those giant skeletons and end up having to just dress them for the year because they cost $1,000. Like, we don't know that part of him yet, because he's just laying down the foundation.
Yeah.
So there is that to it. But with the press conference that we had last week, he was kind of transparent and saying, we're literally gonna do this the same way we've been doing it.
I don't know what he's going to do in this free agency. I don't know what he's going to do in the offseason, but I can tell you one thing. He's not going to trade for Khalil Mack. I can tell you that as a certainty. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, I'd be pleasantly surprised if he grabs somebody, but that somebody's not Khalil Mack, in my opinion. Nick?
Just that cap hit scares you there, or do you think it's more the capital?
He's 33.
Coming off a 17-sack season.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know if that's what you're getting at $23 million. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be 34 when those time next season rolls around.
True, yeah, that is a little scary to think about.
Yeah, it's kind of a sketchy gamble there to make, in my opinion.
They love gambling.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to add some void years and make it make sense. I just don't know that he's a difference-making piece, in my opinion. If it come a little cheaper price, I could see it happening. But if you're paying somebody $23 million, why don't you just go sign Danielle Hunter at 28 years old, 29 years old? Mm-hmm. You know? Who would you rather have?
I would rather have Hunter personally, but because of the age thing. But I feel like you have to lock him up long term if you are going to sign one of these top line DNs like a Brian Burns or a Hunter. You're going to have to sign him long term, and that does that kind of restricts you from giving your own guys more money. That's why maybe it is a 1 year type deal for a guy like Khalil Mack, where I could see that making sense. So you can still re-sign guys like Sewell, Goff, St. Brown. Mm-hmm. That's what would make sense in my mind.
People must be talking about Huff in the Woodward Sports chat, referring to Bryce Huff from the Jets. Huff was okay, but come on, he had that many sacks because the Jets' offense was never on the field. I'd say just because the defense was dog too. He's an interesting one. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they make that a commitment, but we'll see. But you can make the commitment to a brand new car. The best car buying experience in the game is with Feldman Chevrolet. 18 locations across the great state of Michigan. Find one in your backyard by visiting FeldmanAuto.com. Also, check out Woodward Sports live at Feldman Auto of Novi. Earlier on Monday, let's wake up Woodward and BD.
Winning is a habit. So is listening daily to Woodward Sports. We're glad you're a winner, and thanks for listening. Now, coming to Woodward Sports. Woodward and Main Street. The Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm your boy Eazy. That's my guy, Spinmo Rex, Young Chris, Unky Nick. All right, I'm just a little housekeeping here. Terrell, find it and clip it. I'm pretty sure you said if he didn't win MVP this year, you'd be mailing him some jerseys. I don't know. I don't remember the day it was. I know it was off season, right? Maybe it was during the season.
No idea.
Should have
wrote it down.
Yeah, we should have wrote it down. I apologize. Not a troll attempt. That Spinny remembers it that way.
I do.
I remember it that way. Nick wasn't here. Chris, do you remember what it was?
Yeah.
Is that what? That's what I thought it was too.
I thought it was top 5 MVP voting. That was
supremacy.
That was supremacy.
Yeah.
I remember that day.
Yeah, I remember that day. Terrell called in and said he was going to win the Super Bowl MVP.
Was it the Tampa day?
That's the day I was like, "You sure you want to take this bet?" I was like, I don't even.
Tampa week, maybe? No,
it was like
down
early.
in
It
Florida.
might have been off season even. I don't know, Terrell. Find the day. We'll figure it out. I'm good on Xavier Howard at 30+ years old or 30 years old. I think I looked at him last year too. I was looking at his catch percentage. He allowed like 62%. I want to say it was. Not great. Not great. And at 30 years old, I feel like that's like when those guys start to decline. Mm-hmm. Again, for the right price. Am I being too picky here?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, who would you rather? You don't want him to sign a cornerback?
No, I mean I would sign him at cornerback, but like I said, for the right price.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not giving him a max deal or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that is a guy that I think, he's played 90% of snaps for the Dolphins since he's been in the league. Since 2016, he's played over 90% of their snaps every year. So
I think he missed like 3 or 4 games last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think
he played 13 games last year.
Now, are you looking on
745 snaps?
Which site are you on right now?
Pro Football Reference.
Pro Football Reference. Does it show like a catch percentage or like?
It normally does.
12 passes defended.
62.9%.
Yeah.
Last year.
Which it's not great, right?
Only 419 yards allowed, and only 1 touchdown allowed.
Yeah.
I'm in. You got me
1
sold.
interception. Chat, where you at? Where you at with this one? I don't know.
How much do you think a guy like this costs, and does he play outside cornerback?
Yes.
Yeah? How much do you think a guy like this would cost at age 30?
He'd be a lot cheaper than any of the other corners on the market. I think he'd be even cheaper than Stephon Gilmore when you look at that.
Yeah,
I think
cheaper than Stephon Gilmore.
I think you can get him around $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Before last year, 3 straight Pro Bowl appearances.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the numbers are there. He led the league in passes defended 3 years ago. Yeah. This guy, he seems like a baller. Age does worry me with cornerbacks, though. They lose a step quick.
Chris, am I tripping? I could see myself being picky. I guess I don't know. Maybe I just want the perfect partner to pair.
That's where I'm at too. Like the cornerback is.
Who would you rather sign
over?
I mean, like in this situation we brought him, he would be like CB1, wouldn't he?
Yes. Who would you want to sign over him? Like a realist? Because I don't think Jalen Johnson or L'Jarius Sneed are going to happen.
I can see L'Jarius in the market. I
don't. Because I think Chris Jones is going to be the one that hits the market.
That's the one people are talking like he's gone for sure. I mean, I just don't know if Xavier Howard is as good as like I think he's more of a name at this point than like actual production, in my opinion. That could just be just me. I mean, I didn't go back. I'm not gonna pretend like I've been watching Miami Dolphin games all year long and was like looking at just Xavier Howard to see what he was doing. But I just don't. I feel like it's more like a name situation than it is like production. At this
Like I
point
said,
in his career.
in 13 games, he's targeted 62 times, 39 completions let up, only 419 yards and 1 touchdown.
Now what's
That is the best. He had the best yards per completion allowed in his career, the best yards per target, second best yards per target allowed in his career, best amount of touchdowns allowed in his career, and third best quarterback rating allowed per year or in his career.
Yeah, for me, like I'm looking at a guy like that. If it's truly something, he could come here and be like a DB1. I don't know that he's getting cut. I think he's a trade candidate, much like Jalen Ramsey was last year.
Well, they don't have the opportunity. They got, like I said, they're $51 million over the cap. They're gonna have to cut people.
But I'm saying, like, if he's like still productive, right?
Yeah.
Like a valuable piece.
Well, you look what Jalen Ramsey went for. What do you think Xavier Howard's gonna go for?
Like 4th, 5th, something along those lines. Jalen Ramsey went for 3rd, right? We looked it up yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I think like he'd go. I feel like if he's producing, and something people feel like he can contribute to their team. I mean, I gotta look at the over the cap. Maybe that'll like change my perspective on it because you can do the pre-trade, pre-cut. But I feel like he'd be more of a trade candidate. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at the numbers for it. Chris, I know you're about to say something though too.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Like, I want Brad Holmes to just call around the league, take these teams that are over the cap and say, you know what, instead of you choosing, how about we have discussions? I'm sure that's being had. I'm sure that those are things that are happening. But again, Jalen Ramsey's somebody that, look, we flirted with the idea of trading for him last year. This year, again, the Dolphins are over the cap, and it looks like they're choosing to get rid of Howard as opposed to Ramsey. But why not pick up the phone and see, hey, okay, what's the deal with Ramsey? Like, money is money. They're going to have to make decisions. Teams are going to have to make decisions. The Lions are in a position where they can use their cap space. So I'm open to the idea of calling around, shopping these quarterbacks, going to the teams that are super over the cap and saying, hey, well, what's it cost? And if the deal is right, then, you know, that's where you make it.
See, like, these comments I don't understand from Wilson. Wilson 1, are we running a Madden franchise here? Because we're talking about signing one guy.
That's a position of need.
That's running a Madden franchise. Talking about signing a cornerback when you desperately need a cornerback and you have the money to do so, a guy that's going to get cut. Is that a Madden move, or is that something that could possibly happen? Because I don't think saying the Lions could sign Xavier Howard when they have a lot of money available and need a cornerback 1 is a Madden-esque move.
Especially when you're a contender like this, Spencer. Like, this is what legitimate Super Bowl contenders do. They take chances on older veterans, and specifically some of the older veterans that are ring chasing. They might take less money to go to your team. And I think Xavier Howard, I think this is definitely a good bet, especially maybe even if he's not the cornerback 1. Maybe if he is cornerback 2, I would take a shot at him for sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking past deflections 12. He had 12 in his Pro Bowl year too. Actually had 1 interception in the same Pro Bowl year as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what the injury it just says left foot injury.
Foot injuries are kind of scary. Just kind of like what it is.
Injuries,
I don't know what it is. Like,
This is why I've leaned towards drafting a corner, because I know that, you know, that is risky in and of itself, especially finding a corner that you think can not only be a foundational piece for years to come, but can also contribute to a team that's ready to compete for a Super Bowl right now. But I look at this team and I'm just like, that's to me one of the things that are missing. Like, you know, the offensive line has Panay. You know, the defensive line has Hutch. Like, you have these like star-studded long-term pieces in many different facets. The one place you really need one is a cornerback. So I really would like for them to strike gold and find that. However, that's one of the hardest things to do, but that's what I want.
Yeah, Xavier Howard's injury, I mean, it wasn't too bad because he was week to week at the end of the year, so it's not like he was put on the IR or anything. So it's nothing that was too devastating.
maybe I'm being picky. Again, I think if you're gonna win a Super Bowl with JG, I just think you need an all-star like cast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was Pro Bowl like 2022. I'm probably just being too picky. I'll tell you what. This is also coming from ML Football, I think was the report.
Yeah.
Did you send the tweet at all, or just put in the
what?
Did you send the tweet to Chris at all, or is it just,
of what?
of like the report?
Of Xavier Howard? No.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look into him more, and then I'm talking about I'll watch his games. I don't have my son tonight. I'll get into the nitty gritty of it and make a decision, or I could be firm in my decision, I should say, because I do feel like it's possible that I am being too picky. He's only 2 years removed from a Pro Bowl year, and on top of that too, I'm looking at the numbers compared to that Pro Bowl season. The Pro Bowl season, 12 pass deflections. This year, 12 pass deflections. That's in less games, by the way, too. And then I'm also looking at least less games starting. Same amount of interceptions. Like, dude, actually, the tackles 45. So this is crazy. It's literally almost identical, the 2 years. Do you see that on Pro Reference right now?
Yeah.
From 2022 to 2023. Maybe I'm unfamiliar with the game, sir.
No, he's a dog, dude. He the guy's a dog. When he's healthy, he is a lockdown cornerback you can put out there. He is a cornerback one when he's healthy, when he's good to go. So, yeah, this if he does get cut, this is a piece that I would like to add.
10 picks in 2020. Holy shit. Yeah, the dude's a ball hawk. Definitely taking a shot at him.
How old is Stephon Gilmore? He's got to be 30 plus, right?
Yeah,
For sure is.
Yeah, he's 33.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's older than Howard.
Stephon Gilmore, 33. Yeah, bro. Everybody else on the market's like not even sniffing what Xavier Howard at least like was.
No, not a chance. He's better than Kendall Full. Like he would be the best. Him and Stephon Gilmore are the second tier behind Jalen Johnson and Jerry Sneed.
I concede. Bring him home. Xavier Howard, bring him home.
I would
concede.
like to see it. But, I mean, he's got to get cut first.
Hell yeah!
But we'll see. But let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm, a defense that doesn't need any help from any outside sources. They offer you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Dispo Dispensary's got the best curated cannabis in the game. They got the largest product inventory and the best staff on hand and foot. Whatever you need. Beat every deal. Across the town. They're open until midnight. Check them out. Dispo Dispensaries. Or get delivered to you at disposhops.com. What up, welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live at WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by my guys Primo Rax, Chris, Nicholas, Koloff. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Moving on to some other teams, all right? Because I'm not one to confirm biases. I try to keep it real as possible. But something came out. This is the way too. Actually, I don't remember what publication did this. I'm gonna be honest with you.
33rd.
But they put out a way too early power ranking setting into the next season. It's the power rankings for the NFL, and your Detroit Lions sitting pretty at number 3.
Damn.
Oh, it's Fox NFL podcast.
Packers at 4.
That was the one that
Packers at 4.
You want to feel good about this, right? You're like, damn, look at my Detroit Lions sitting there pretty at number 3. Number 4, the Packers. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? You just ruined the list.
Over the Ravens and the Bills.
Crazy.
Packers should have won in San Francisco. They choked that game away.
They did choke that game.
That's fair.
And they got a lot of good young pieces for sure. Maybe their new defensive coordinator can help that defense get right, but I think 4 is a little aggressive.
For the Packers?
Yeah.
Does that make you feel like? Does that? I
I'll
don't know.
probably put them at 8.
Packers?
Yeah.
Actually, I did my own. Yeah. All right. You want my way too early rankings?
Yeah.
KC number 1. I don't know why San Francisco was number 1 after getting their ass. I didn't get their ass kicked, but they got beat.
They were 2 on that one.
Yeah. They were 2 on that one.
Yeah.
KC.
KC was 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. San Fran. I don't know why San Fran was number 1 after getting beat by KC.
Yeah. San Fran
KC's
was.
number 1 for me. Number 2 up with the Ravens. I don't know how they dropped to. Was it 5 on the list? I don't know why they dropped to 5. I know they're losing Odell Beckham, or at least he was only signed that 1-year deal. I'm assuming they addressed the other wide receiver position. Although Zay Flowers, some possible domestic charges headed up. A lot of people too scared to draft the guy with speeding tickets, though. But there's that. I got the Ravens number 2 personally. Number 3, I put San Fran. But I would have no issue with the Lions being there too, because the Lions are my number 4. Nick, you made a face. Go ahead.
No, I'm just messing with you. I like it. I mean, they're interchangeable.
Right, I don't care. 3, 4, you can swip it up. I should have put Lions 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go Lions 3, San Fran number 4. Number 5, Bills. Cowboys 6, Eagles 7, Rams 8, Packers 9, 10 Bengals. But the Packers 4 is just crazy.
Packers 4 is pretty wild.
I tried dissecting a little bit to pick and poke at it. They really aren't losing too many free agents. A lot of those guys were rookies. Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs. That was the second
probably
year.
losing Jareer Alexander.
He's still in contract to 2026, I think. 2026, 2025.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but what? What are you looking at?
The truck just went over the curb. I don't know. That's weird. I guess you got a truck, you can do what you want. But
It's true.
I don't know, the way he acted at the end of the year, the way he was clashing with the coaching staff and going out there on the kickoff or on the coin flip when he wasn't a captain and almost calling the wrong thing. I don't know if he's still that guy there, but we'll see what's going forward. But I just think that the Packers are good and they're on the upswing, but they still have a lot of questions on the defense. They just got a new defensive coordinator, so we'll see if he can change that. But they are very young. The offense is very young. They have great receivers. Who knows what Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon look like with another year? Is Bakhtiari still going to be there? And can Jordan Love repeat that same season he had? There's a lot of questions on the
Packers?
On the Packers, for sure.
Yeah, definitely offensive line questions for sure, and keeping him upright. I think Jordan Love, he's legit. Jordan Love's legit.
Yeah.
I think he's top 10.
I mean, last year, yeah. I'm not going to put him in my top 10 quarterbacks after one season.
Put him in my top 10 quarterbacks. Jordan Love's in my top 10 quarterbacks.
I'd like to see him repeat that and do it more than once in his career.
I think you look at him and what he did. As the season went on, he got progressively better, even to the point where we whooped his ass. I think it was week 3, I believe it was, on national television, embarrassed them. They came back on national television, embarrassed us at our house. Mm-hmm. The Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champs, 2 times now, back-to-back champs, I should say. We beat them at their place. Yes, no Chris Jones, no Travis Kelce. They went, I believe it was Lambeau. And the Packers whooped the shit out of them. Mm-hmm. Jordan Love was embarrassing that defense that the San Francisco 49ers only put up 22 points against. Jordan Love was shitting on them. And on top of that, too, again, that remind you, the context of the situation, as the season went on, this guy gotten better. You look at the pieces about it, Dobbs, Watson, Jaden Reed, all younger dudes getting into the system, getting into the groove with this quarterback. I could see that offense coming back and being deadly. And it really, really was towards the end of last season. The only question mark I have for him, outside of I can't really have any on the defensive side of the ball, because, again, they're not missing too many pieces, but offensive line, like you said, mm-hmm. and then running back. I know Aaron Jones looked phenomenal in the playoffs, but we all know when running backs get up there in age, they're not really performing the same. I don't know how old Aaron Jones is, but I know another year older, a little more or tread on the tire. I don't know if he's going to give you the same type of output. On top of this year, he was hardly healthy. Part of the reason he was so great in the playoffs, I feel like his body was fresh because he hardly played in the regular season. 4 egregious. That's just crazy to me. But I am putting Jordan Love in my top 10.
Who are you taking out of your top 10 to put Jordan Love in?
Well, we have top 10 quarterback
Because
lists to come
I
out.
put C.J. Stroud in there. If we're talking about 1 year of a quarterback, I'm putting C.J. Stroud in there over.
Well, that's
Jordan
what I'm saying, right? Like, you're cool putting him in. Why can't Jordan Love be the same?
Because I think C.J. Stroud did more with less.
What do you mean?
Jordan Love has better receivers than C.J. Stroud does.
They're just as like nameless though.
They're nameless. Those guys are. I think
Christian
they're all
Watson,
good receivers.
Dobbs, Reed. Like,
Yeah, you don't think those guys are good?
like established guys?
I think they're better than. It's not like he's got established guys, and I think his guys are better. I think Jordan Love's guys are better than C.J. Stroud's. Yes.
No, C.J. Stroud's guys are better.
Who? Tank Dell?
Nico Collins?
Nico Collins is pretty good.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
He's pound for pound. If you're making a list between the two teams, Nico Collins is number one at that list. And then I'll be honest with you, Tank Dell, again, only 1 year performance, but he's probably top 3. Christian Watson probably be the one guy to sneak in there for the Packers side of things.
I'm pretty sure Jaden Reed had more touchdowns than anybody on that list.
I don't know. We have to look it up. I'll look up Nico Collins. You look up Jaden Reed. I'm very curious.
Jaden Reed had 8 touchdowns this year.
And that's actually, are you looking for rushing in? I shouldn't even be helping you with that one, but like, yeah, he got a couple rushing ones too, if I'm not mistaken.
Those are receiving.
Why, how come I can't just type in Nico Collins stats and it pops up? Am I spelling his name wrong or something?
Nico Collins,
There's
8
2 L's?
touchdowns this season.
Jaden Reed had 10 total touchdowns this year.
Nico Collins,
he had 2 rushing and 8 receiving.
had 8. So both had 8 receiving.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, 12, almost 1,300 yards.
In 15 games.
Yeah. Jaden Reed in 13 starts had 793 yards and 119 rushing.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's their, what, you would say he's their 3rd best?
Jay Reed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind Dobbs and Watson?
Well, Watson was never really available. He's such a tough guy, like Gage. Like, at times when he's healthy, he looks so good, but he's just never healthy. It's almost like a detriment to him. Like, you can't expect to, like, going season commitment wise, like making lists and stuff like that. I really don't know how you judge that. A guy who's like good but never fucking available. It's like, what do you even land?
It's tough. It's tough.
I think Stroud got the better receiving core, to be honest with you, between Dell and Collins.
I think as a whole, I think they're more top heavy, but I think as a whole, the Packers have 4 better wide receivers. They have 4 very good wide receivers.
Who's the 4th one I'm missing?
Dontavion Wicks.
Oh,
you just go watch his tape. Like, if you're just gonna brush him off like that, then you haven't seen the kid play.
I have seen him play. That's why
you don't think he's good.
That's why I'm Jordan Love. That's why I'm like he's top 10.
You don't think Dontavion Wicks is a good player?
He's straight, but he's not enough to be like way better than these guys.
As the 4th receiver on the team?
Noah
I'm not saying he's receiver 1.
Yeah. Look at Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Noah Brown. I don't even know who else he ended up going to war with. Half those guys went down throughout the season, but
exactly.
I think the Texans have a better wide receiving core.
Noah Brown and Tank Dell both got injured.
Yeah.
So is Nico Collins and a bunch of nobodies for pretty much the year.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, Packers number 4 is too high for me. Quarterback stuff, we're going to. That's half the conversation we're supposed to have this next segment, which we will have. A lot of Jared Goff fans aren't going to be happy with this one, and we're actually going to have Klaus on our show Thursday at 5:42 because it's a 33rd team quarterback rankings is what we're. Actually, let's go to break real quick.
What?
Give us some context. Because the quarterback list came out. It's from our guy Klaus. We had him on before.
Oh, I thought you were talking about John Klaus.
Oh, no.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
I apologize.
Shout out, John.
All right, let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals no matter where you are. There's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this for just $10 a month, no commitment. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Woodward Avenue, the first paved road in America. Woodward Sports, the first sports network born in Detroit and made for Detroit.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supplies, hands down, Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences of the online and big box retailers with one major difference. Family and locally owned and operated for 30 plus years. Over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
What up, welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, Spinmo Rax, Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, and it was Derek Klassen. Derek Klassen of the 33rd team does his annual quarterback rankings. I think he does them like kind of quarterly throughout the season too. But official quarterback rankings post Super Bowl, this is what he came up with. This is what he cooked up. And Nick, I want you especially to pay attention to this one because I don't know if you got to see this yet, or if you want to pull up on your phone and look from Slack, or just pause the stream. You notice something in there, Spinny? Jared, Xavier, Goff. Okay, I think it's Jared John. 14.
Below Jordan Love. Below Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins.
What the fuck?
Dak Prescott at 6, dude. Like,
I know.
What the fuck is this shit with Dak Prescott?
I still
bro?
don't get the Dak Prescott love.
Get out of here.
Hurts at 17.
Hurts at 17, kind of wild.
It's kind of crazy after the year he had.
What'd you say, Chris?
Lawrence at 8 is kind of crazy too after the year he had.
Richardson over Hurts. Richardson over Hurts too. Alright.
I mean, the back half of Hurts was kind of horrendous, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not gonna lie. Mahomes number 1. For anybody listening on audio, I apologize. So basically, what we have here is Mahomes number 1, Lamar Jackson 2. I'm cool with that. Allen 3. I'm cool with that. Herbert at 4. I'm actually cool with that. That's not where I would have put him. I personally had I probably put Burrow number 4, but Herbert at 4, Stafford at 5, Prescott at 6, Stroud at 7. Lawrence at 8, Burrow at 9, Love at 10, and then Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, 14, Jared Goff. Nicholas Koloff, you got it in front of you?
Yep.
How you feeling, champ?
What is this goddamn list? You got Goff at 14 after he just led his team and put up top 5 numbers all across the board for quarterbacks, and you got him at 14. This guy's a joke. I don't agree with him at all. I'd take Goff over Cousins, Geno, Kyler. Jordan Love still has to prove it, so I'd take it over him. I'd take him over Dak any day. Stafford's on his last legs. Yeah, I think this is a shit list personally. A horrible list.
Shift God. This list is diabolical.
Put it up one more time, Chris.
This list blows.
Look at this.
This is, yeah.
Kyler effing Murray at 11.
Yeah. Kyler Murray's... this guy loves Kyler Murray. We do know that because he had Kyler Murray above Goff before he even played a game yet.
Yeah.
And the last time we looked at one of his lists. But, like... What did Geno do to say that he was better than Goff last year?
I can't put Geno.
What did Trevor Lawrence do to say that he was better than Goff last year? Dak Prescott at 6 is fucking crazy, bro. Like, stop slobbing Dak's knob. Stop. He's not that good. He's not that good.
Dak is barely in the top 10 for me.
If he's in the top 10 at all. I think the top 3 are good. Top 4.
Yeah, top 3 you got.
Top 4 are good.
Everything after that is, I mean, yeah, even top 4, there's arguments for. All right, Spinning?
Hurts below Richardson, like.
I don't hate.
AR played, what, 3 games?
I don't hate it.
Is this a projection?
Yes, obviously got to be projections.
It says off-season quarterback power rankings.
It's got to be a pound-for-pound projections of like what they're going to be.
Rodgers.
I mean, the way it hurts ended the season was despicable. It was awful.
And Desmond Ritter should be last.
Who's he over? Watson,
Levis, Howell, O'Connell, Pickett. Okay, if you want to put Zappe last, cool, but Desmond Ritter should not be over 5 different quarterbacks.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that. Desmond Ritter should be way lower. I didn't even get that far on the list. I didn't even actually pay attention to that side of the thing at all. Brock Purdy at 18.
Bryce Young should be 3rd from last.
Hold on, is that Tua Tagovailoa at 19?
19.
Oh, shit, son.
Yeah. Purdy and dude, this is.
Hey, this dude Derek's got fucking balls of steel, son.
It's
He
crazy.
put 2 at 19.
If you're doing projections, yeah, I think Anthony Richardson will be better than some of those guys based on his arm talent and what we saw out of him. But he played 3 games last year. I'm not putting him over Tua, Purdy, or Hurts. I'm not putting him over those guys yet.
Spinny.
If you're telling me this is what you think, but
who's your number one?
You would put 2024 projections, quarterback projections, like not power rankings, not off-season power rankings.
I think it's a pound for pound.
Richardson can't even move yet. He's still doing fucking physical training. How is he a power? Oh God, dude. I'm freaking out right now.
I can see it. I'm not mad that Richardson won. Be honest.
If it's right now, no, he's still injured.
But there's no right now. It's off season.
It's off exactly. The off season is right now. This is the off season.
But the off season is it's up until the beginning of the next.
This is crazy to me.
I don't hate the Richardson one. Me personally.
Dak Prescott at 6 is a fireable offense. Kyler Murray at 11 is just stupid. And Geno Smith over Jared Goff, how?
And Cousins, for that matter.
Well, Kirk was going crazy until he got injured.
All right, give me your number one.
Patrick Mahomes.
All right. Number 2.
Josh Allen.
3.
Lamar Jackson.
Okay, 4.
Do it.
Don't let the chat bully you either.
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I knew it.
Wow.
I fucking knew it.
Stroud at number 4?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Wow.
CJ fucking Stroud.
Is it because he beat Michigan? I'm just kidding. He didn't actually.
No, he didn't.
Can't say
Michigan.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not. Okay, number 5.
Justin Herbert.
Bailey Zappi.
Okay. Number 6.
Joe Burrow.
Luke is gonna find you. Kill you in your sleep. Number 7.
I'll go Stafford.
Stafford.
Yeah.
8.
Where'd you have Herbert?
Goff.
Goff 8.
Goff.
It's my
Did you get bullied
quarterback.
into that?
Huh?
Did you get bullied into that?
No.
9, 10.
9, 10, I would put Love.
Dak.
I mean, I want to put A-Rod at 10, but like, who knows what he's gonna be?
Yeah, because he's old too.
I'd put Love, and then I'll put Dak or Lawrence.
So 9 Love, 10 Lawrence. Don't feel bad.
Lawrence or Prescott, one or the other.
I'm gonna go. Come on, give me one. Don't
Which one?
One or the other, me.
Which one?
All right, I'll go Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
So Dak at 11.
Yeah. Dak at 11.
All right.
Then probably Kirk.
Stroud at number 4.
Yeah.
That's strong.
I like the kid, man, and he
Baller.
made me look like a genius.
He did. That's fair. You got that same bias I have with Lawrence. Burrow at 6. I feel like people might have some questions about that one. I used to live with a guy who had questions about that one.
What?
You have Burrow at number 6.
Burrow at 6? Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
Are you higher on him or
how do you
lower?
fall from grace?
Yeah, do you think he should be higher or lower?
I have him higher,
Well,
personally.
I mean, seeing what C.J. Stroud did with less... We can argue about the Packers receiving core.
Yeah.
We can't argue about the
That's
Bengals
facts.
receiving core
That's
being
facts.
like better. The Bengals receiving core is the best in the NFL.
All right.
So with what C.J. Stroud did with less...
If you put CJ Stroud with those wide receivers,
If you put Burrow above... Yeah, you put C.J. Stroud on the Bengals...
they might beat the Ravens.
ridiculous. But if you want to put Burrow in your top 5, I'm not going to be mad at you. I wouldn't argue that.
Keys Wisdom says Goff is number 1.
Of course he does. Cousin Keys.
Cousin Keys.
That's
You have
terrible.
Goff at 8.
I have Goff at 8, yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't hate it. You have Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Stroud, Herbert, Burrow, and Stafford all above them.
Yeah.
I don't hate that. All right, Unky Nick. We got some time in this one.
Eazy, didn't you text me your ratings? Is that what that text is?
I put them randomly on a drunken Saturday. I put them in the chat.
Do you want me to throw those up?
Justin sent me a thumbs down. Let me get Nick's first. I'll give mine last.
Okay. Go
I mean, you can do. What do you guys want to do? I don't care.
Go to Nick first, and then I'll...
All right, Nick. Number 1.
All right, number 1 It's Mahomes. Yeah, let me get this list back up. But it's Mahomes. I was looking up. Yeah, Mahomes auto one for sure. I mean, it's got to be. He just won the Super Bowl, third one already. Number 2, I'm going to stick with this list here. I'm going Lamar Jackson. And I know he hasn't really showed it in the playoffs, but, I mean, he's losing to guys like Patrick Mahomes. And same with Josh Allen, where I'm going to be third here. They have to go up against the best in the AFC, and that's Mahomes. I mean, it's hard to get over that hump. This is when it gets interesting. Number 4.
Wait, number 3 was Allen?
Number 3 is Allen.
All right.
I almost had a stroke reading that list.
Number 4?
Yeah, puffer.
Yeah, that's great. Number 4.
Number 4.
I'll go Burrow. I'll go Burrow at 4 here. I'll go 5 is... I'll go Justin Herbert, even though I think he does have to prove it. I think next year is a big year for Herbert. I think he will prove it. 6, give me Stroud. I really like what he did this year.
This guy copied my list.
7, Jared Goff.
Oh.
I'm going Goff at 7 here. 8, I'm going Matt Stafford.
You're putting Goff over Stafford?
I'm putting Goff over Stafford at this point in their careers. I am going Jared Goff over Matt Stafford. Plus, he got the dub in the head-to-head.
You're trying to make up for not burning that jersey, huh?
No, we should have, honestly. If we had a better space to do it, I would have burned the jersey.
You just didn't want to go downstairs. We were going to go downstairs.
It was definitely sketchy. It
was sketchy. We were all turned up celebrating that night. Yeah,
that's a good point.
But what am I at here? 9?
Yeah, 9.
I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence at... Actually, I'm going to go Jordan Love at 9. And you know what? Trevor Lawrence kind of struggled at the end there. I'm going to go Brock the Rock at 10.
Wow.
Brock Purdy is at the 10th spot for me. I know it's a system quarterback, but he runs that system extremely well, and you got to give him credit for that.
Nick's only got 2 black quarterbacks in his top 10. Weird. No.
Actually, he's got 3.
Yeah,
he's kind of low. All right, this is the one I made during my drunken stupor for no reason at all. I hate that this is a thumbs down from Justin on this one already. But I had Mahomes,
Goff outside the top 10,
Allen, Lamar, Burrow, Herbert, Stroud, Stafford. Oh my!
Love at 8.
Love at 8.
Wow. Lawrence at 9.
Lawrence at 9.
Love Lawrence and Dak over Goff is wild. I'm not gonna lie.
That's not wild.
That's wild.
That's not wild at all. Love had better numbers than Goff, if I'm not mistaken.
Come on. That's
wild.
I think he had 1 less throwing touchdown, and maybe just the same touchdowns in total with rushing as well.
That's wild.
How's that wild? How is that wild? Love looked phenomenal in the back half of last year.
He did.
I'm about to pull it up right now. NFL's passing stats. I'm pretty sure he's right below.
Lawrence and Dak over Goff is wild.
Man, it was in a drunken rage.
Yeah.
Lawrence it wasn't even drunken rage. Goff was balling at that point. This is a pound for pound ranking.
Well, that's what got you upset.
Like guys that are just like yeah, that's what pissed me off. I'm doing well. Guys that can go out there and just do the damn thing. Lawrence, a little bit of injury, but he did kind of choke in moments this season.
For sure.
Especially week 18. I think there's no excuse when you have the receiver that he had.
Yeah, he had a great receiving core.
All right. Touchdowns. Because I'm pretty sure, hold on, I'm looking it up right now. Jordan Love had more touchdowns than Jared Goff.
How many?
32. Jared Goff had 30.
How many rushing touchdowns did he have?
Let me see. He had less interceptions.
2 or 3.
More throwing touchdowns, less interceptions. Jordan Love rushing. I know he actually ran the ball. I don't know if he had any actual touchdowns, though. But if we're being honest, guys, come on. We're not fucking counting Jared Goff's 23 rushing touchdowns as like him being mobile or anything like that.
I mean, it counts as a touchdown. It counts as 7 points. On the
board. But are we like, what are we doing? We're throwing it in there as like a mobile. Like, what do we do with those touchdowns? Like,
we're putting it as we're putting it as his stats that he scored touchdowns.
So we're doing stats or pound for pound? Because I did pound for pound.
Pound for pound, yeah, we can do that. But you're bringing up stats in your pound for pound argument.
Well, yeah, because you're like scoffing at Jordan Love being there. Who has better arm?
That's what I'm saying. If you're bringing up stats,
well,
who won the division? Who has more wins? Who went further in the playoffs?
The Detroit Lions went further in the playoffs. Detroit Lions have more wins. But those are team efforts. Those are team accomplishments.
That's
team
not team effort. You got to catch it. No.
Let me find his rushing numbers.
Are we counting Hurts' rushing numbers, rushing tutties?
Hurts?
No, those are the only ones I wouldn't count.
13 of them, boys.
13.
Was it fucking 11 tush pushes?
Yeah, dude, he had an insane amount.
To go along with his 9 fumbles.
Yeah.
All right, rushing, he had 4. So actually, yeah, more touchdowns in total.
Okay, all right.
And on top of like the eyeball test too. So don't scoff at that. And then put it up one more time. I got to make the case for whoever else we had over there.
This guy's got big.
Lawrence, pound for pound, come on.
What he looked bad this year.
Skill set wise,
pound
better
for
than Jared
pound,
Goff.
come on, yeah. Skill set wise, the hair of the arm, it's cute. He did not play good football this year. He looked bad, and he had 2 good receivers throwing the ball
didn't look
to.
bad.
He had Travis Etienne having a career year.
He didn't look bad.
He didn't look top 10.
He didn't live up to expectations. That's for damn sure.
Which is top 10. He didn't look good.
Played through a lot of injuries. Was never really 100%. After like whatever week that was on Monday Night Football, where he got fucking clobbered. Came back week after week after week. I remember, matter of fact, the game he came in with a knee injury against the Saints, and I was like,
I never thought I'd have to defend Goff's honor, man.
I don't know why you wouldn't think you had to do that. You host a Detroit sports show. But Lawrence, pound for pound, is a better quarterback than Jared Goff. I don't even understand.
Not last year he wasn't.
Every year he is.
Except for last year.
You're making this argument, like you're making the argument, it was a pound for pound argument, but you keep trying to bring up like last year, like we're comparing like stats. If it's stats, then no.
Watching
them
play football, Jared Goff was a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence last year.
We gotta go to break. Chris is yelling at me.
I don't think that's arguable. Like I watched them both play football a lot, and Jared Goff looked better than Trevor Lawrence did last year.
As a quarterback, I would have Trevor Lawrence over Jared Goff 9 times out of 10.
Like I said, you could do the arm. You could fall in love with the arm and the hair and the size. But when you put them on the field last year and they both played football, Jared Goff looked better and had more success playing football than Trevor Lawrence did.
You think Trevor Lawrence would look just as good in the system?
I don't know. If my grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike. We can't tell by the system. Doug Peterson doesn't run a good offensive system.
You don't think if Trevor Lawrence was in this system behind this offensive line, he wouldn't look just as good?
I don't know. How would I know that?
You don't think he would? It's just yes or no?
Yeah, probably. Okay. But he's not, and he wasn't. So I'm not putting him over.
We're doing pound for pound. Then I'm going to take Trevor Lawrence.
Pound for pound.
The guy with mobility, the guy who could also run if he needs to. I'm taking that over with JG. Pound for pound.
Pound for pound. Trevor Lawrence blew a lead in the playoffs last year to the Chargers did it to Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
Pound for pound, when you put them on the field and they played football last year, Jared Goff looked better.
Pound for pound, Detroit Lions better than Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's not what people said in the beginning of the year.
Pound for pound, getting into it after the break.
After the break.
Let me tell you about Lady Jane's. Coming to Lady Jane's. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Question mark?
Coming to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and get a award-winning haircut and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
All right. Pound for, we'll move off of it because I mean, obviously we just don't agree at that point. Pound for pound, I have Trevor Lawrence over Jared Goff. I'm not gonna I can't. Who has a better arm? Who's mobile? Who can run if they need to?
Dak was second in MVP voting.
If anything, I would make a case, and I would hear out a case that maybe JG's more accurate, and I'd be cool with that. I think JG takes less risk when it comes to like Trevor Lawrence and the type of throws they make too. So I think that obviously would help you win that accuracy argument. But I think just in general, Jared, no matter how the ball comes out, and I think even the gobblers of gobblers would have to admit those aren't like the prettiest of balls. They get to where they need to be.
Yeah.
They get to where they need to be. In the second year in this offense, he looked phenomenal.
She might be ugly, but she can slob a knob.
The other name I had over there, just real quick, so because you were laughing, I would say they're crazy. I gotta make a case for this one too now. I believe it was Dak.
It was Dak.
Yeah, it was Dak.
Which those two, honestly, I could flip flop. I don't give a shit. If you want to put Goff over Dak, that's cool. I really don't. I'm not gonna sit here and die over that hill.
I hate Dak.
Everything on Dallas is fraudulent.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and make a fucking bullhard case for a team I fucking hate.
Yeah.
There's a bias there for damn sure. And to be honest with you too, I feel like Dak gives you that like Purdy shit where like he could like run if he needed to. But in crunch time, that guy is just garbage.
I still can't believe he threw 15 interceptions in 12 games last year or 2 years ago.
Dak?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Let me rush back from that thumb injury.
Still.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush.
I feel you. Iking Horse, Eazy actually counts more than mobility.
It's fair.
Yeah, that's probably the number one thing you want in a quarterback. I mean, I think Lawrence is as accurate. He just doesn't have an offensive line. As soon as the ball's snapped, the kid's running for his fucking life. That's where like, oh, look, he's mobile. like if he had the time behind, like that JG has behind this offensive line, I mean, I think he'd be fucking put up filthy work.
Well,
I don't hate Goff being
sucks. Shit sucks, buddy. Should have had Penei Sewell, you fucking long-haired nerd.
That is fair. Emmanuel Mosley. Should Detroit Lions bring him back?
I mean, I'll give him like $20 for the season. Like, I'll give him a contract, but if he doesn't play more than 5 games, he's not making any money at all. Like, he's gonna have to pay me if he misses more than 10 games this year. Like, yeah, it's very high risk, high reward, but you give him a contract that is incentive ridden to the teeth. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, to be honest with you, because we're talking about like getting the CB1, like that's what he was supposed to be when he was brought here. And I get he tore the ACL; it's a bad look. But the deal they brought him on, I believe, is like 1 year, $4 million. It's like highly incentivized. If he had played and did more, it would have been more than that $4 million. But the $4 million is very, very cheap. And yeah, if you have the upside of being a CB1, like you guys want to be excited about signing freaking Matty Betts. Then
Mateo.
Then you should be equally as excited, if not more. I think there's a higher upside for damn sure than Emmanuel Mosley versus Matty Betts. Like
there's no consistency with it, like the durability. With the durability, if you're telling me we preserve him in a cryogenic frozen chamber and then we have him come out for the playoffs, and it's like okay, then I'll be interested. But until then, it's like I get you, it's a good risk, but. Yeah, I'm signing him for nothing more than, honestly, like the minimum or slightly above that. And I don't think he's taking that, but that's where I'm at with it.
I do actually have a quote from Emmanuel Mosley.
Okay.
I got it right here. I found it. It's pretty heartwarming stuff. Let me get in character. It says, I was born with glass bones and paper skin. Every night I break my legs, and every morning I break my arms. I just lie in bed until the heart attacks put me to sleep.
Jesus.
So, I mean, if that's what you want to sign up for, that's what you're signing up for. Like I said, I would re-sign Emmanuel Mosley for $20, for $5 an hour. Like, unless he plays more than
an hour.
Yeah. You got to play 10-plus games or you don't make any money. That's what it is for me.
That's what I'm saying. We're in the wrong job because where else can you sign a 1 year, $4 million contract, show up for an hour, and then just be done?
Yeah, that's
the same.
Fellas, the last 4 years here, he's played in 12 games, 11 games, 5 games, then 1 game.
And 1 snap.
There's no way I'm re-signing this dude.
Yeah,
he's not taking up a spot on my roster, and there's nothing against Mosley. I hope he can come back and have a career. But right now, it looks like this dude's career is sadly over, and we tried to give him a chance last year. And it did not work.
I'm not going to argue with you if you say don't re-sign him, because like I said, you throw some Sizzlers coupons at him, and if that works, then yeah. But other than that, dude, no thanks.
I think there's a lot of upside there. If he could stay healthy.
Is. If he could play more than one snap, yeah, there's a lot of upside. But he played 2 snaps.
And 3 snaps, you think?
That's what I meant.
I think he did play 2 snaps.
Oh, then he played 3 snaps.
It could have been 1. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it's very unfortunate. I think it's very, very affordable. I think he has the upside of a CB1. I think in that situation, you could go make the investment in Xavier Howard, and as long as you're bringing back Emmanuel Mosley, it's like one of those two. Either both of them work out, one works out, or you have Emmanuel Mosley as your CB2, which is a blessing. What?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
What?
I'm just. Can we sign some guys that don't die when they touch the field?
I mean, this is how Brad does it, though.
I know. But
he's a gambler. He's a gambling man. Pound for pound, you tripping on that?
Over is wild.
Huh?
Over is wild. Says Chef's talking about when Nick said his career is over. Chris goes over.
Wait, Nick, you don't want him at all? You're not touching him?
No, I'm not touching this dude.
Are you
at all.
serious?
Yeah, league minimum. He's not taking up a spot on my roster.
League. I mean, if he's hurt, he's not taking a spot on your roster, though.
Okay, well, yeah, if he wants to try to get healthy again here. No, we cannot keep doing this with, like Spenny said, with, like, injured players. We need like 3 actual cornerbacks that can play in the NFL, specifically a number 1 lockdown guy. I don't mind if you give a chance on Emmanuel Mosley, if it is league minimum and it doesn't take a spot, to get better rehab, and maybe he can be something down the stretch next year. Maybe I could see it, but we need actual players on this roster, specifically in this defensive back room, and especially on the outside. Emmanuel Mosley doesn't do it for me.
I'm taking the risk all day. I'm not saying you're paying about the shit ton of money, but it would make 0 sense not to do this when you have no answer at CB1.
Definitely not paying him a shit ton of money.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the other part of it too. Is like, the incentive isn't going to be like anything crazy.
Also, yeah, how many times can he like tear his ACL before there's like
nothing
irreparable damage? Like until it's like
DeJuan Blair.
Yeah, you just got bungee cords in there. Like I feel bad for the guy. I was excited for him. I thought he could be good. Very good if he stays healthy, but dude, I can't. My heart can't take it again.
If he gets hurt again,
like just get hyped up over it. Oh, look at him at camp. He looks great. And then,
but are you gonna allow yourself to be hyped up over it? Because you experienced like what it was, so you can't really allow yourself to get too hyped up over it.
That's what I do, man. I go balls to the wall.
That's fair. You did put Stroud at number 4.
I did. Damn right, I did.
Chris,
we should make that graphic. Or those graphics.
What?
Top 10 list.
These ones?
Put them out there. Yeah, people would.
I'd have to force Goff into my 10.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm going to, yeah.
No way, Eazy. What?
I'm not dealing with these dick riding ass people on Twitter.
What?
Wow.
What?
You heard it. Everything that comes out of this man's mouth is fraud.
He's a phony.
Boo this man.
All right, I would do Mahomes 1, Lamar 2, Allen 3.
All right.
Odell tore both ACLs 2 times.
Burrow 4. Damn, that's crazy. He
said and 1 2 times.
Herbert 5, Stroud 6, Stafford 7, Lawrence 8. All right, maybe I do Love 8.
Easy, don't switch up your list for
Love
Twitter.
8,
Don't
Lawrence
do it.
9.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't pander.
Don't do
pander
it.
like Chris did with Anti-Diaries.
To be fair, right here, I did put Dak / Goff.
I stand by
this,
mine.
this is like I made this before the show.
Hey,
at number 10, Dak / Goff.
I stand by mine.
And shout out John effing Lord in the chat.
Shout out.
New episode 7 p.m. coming out. Top 5 anime villains of all time.
Oh my god.
Spemo Rag Speaks. Give it a listen.
Check
Go
it
over there and
out.
smash the like button.
Smeech.
How many likes we at?
4.
69. You guys can call in. How about that? I know Edward wants to call in.
69 likes.
Shift God said something. I missed it. Just a fan. I want to know where you rank them. Where you ranking them at? Not a contract number. He says $48 million though. He's gonna get something like that. I'm talking about Jared Goff in the contract. I'm talking about like where you ranking him in the top 10.
Stand on business.
Stand on the business.
If we're gonna make the graphics, which we are.
Oh shit. We gotta talk Red Wings.
We do gotta talk Red Wings.
All right. Fair Pack Company. For over 6 years, provided Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, and casinos with the prime Wagyu beef, dry aged beef, and more. Visit fairwaypacking.com to get it delivered to your door or stop for grab-and-go steaks at Fairway Pack Company in Grosse Pointe.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. How would you like to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper, tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media.
Are you tired of wearing the same old Detroit sports merch? It's a new era in sports wearables, new designs, amazing appeal, the ultimate swag. Check out Woodward Sports' latest gear at woodwardsports.com by clicking the shop tab today. Hoodies, tees, hats, all guaranteed to turn heads. Get the latest designs today. Head to woodwardsports.com. Click on the shop tab today.
Did you make the Bulbasaur shirt?
No.
Dude, it's funny as fuck.
Why?
It's like Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
But it says like Ball-asaur.
Yeah.
Like Asor Thompson.
Yeah.
And it's a Pistons colored Bulbasaur with a 9 on his forehead.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
No, that's,
but also, whoever made that,
fire.
Like, Pokemon's been real Sue happy lately, so.
Oh, did they end up suing you guys?
They're doing a lawsuit against Pal World, yeah.
I mean, it should.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
I've been seeing some crew necks on like Instagram and stuff that gets promoted.
Oh, yeah.
Like some of the Pokemon like sweatshirts are sick.
Yeah.
Like super
I
sick.
want to buy that Bulbasaur shirt. It's so funny, dude. It's literally just it's a Pistons colored Bulbasaur with a 9 on his forehead. It's funny.
We got him on VMix?
Yes, we do.
Let's go.
Give me 1 second to throw him on the 3.
We got Greg from the Ground Line Podcast. Join us to talk a little bit of hockey. Let's do
that
hockey, boys.
Let's do that hockey.
Everything's over, so now you got time for hockey, right?
Exactly, man. That's what we finally get to talk hockey on the show. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. But appreciate you for joining us. And I do just want to get right into it. You look at what the Red Wings have in front of them with this West Coast Canada trip ending in Seattle that they have coming up. These are some pivotal points as there's right now in position in the East to make it into the playoffs that they started today. But the East is a beast, and you need to keep scoring points if you want to stay there and even possibly jump the Toronto Maple Leafs. What do you see the Red Wings doing in this West Coast trip, and how many points are you hoping they can get out of it?
So they started off huge. I mean, that win against Vancouver was an absolute huge win. I mean, you couldn't have asked really. I mean, you could have asked for a better game, but you couldn't have asked for a better outcome. And I think you need to go in and probably win tonight. It's going to be tough against McDavid. They're going to be really mad coming off that shutout against LA. And I think maybe if you split with Calgary, you're doing good. I mean, you're going to probably have to win against the Canucks again, but that to me, it feels like could be a bloodbath with what ended up happening to Lucas Raymond there.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see something going forward. I'm excited for that. And, looking towards what Stevie might do at the trade deadline here, we hear some rumblings with Chychrun. We know that we like to poach people off of that Ottawa roster. He doesn't want to be there anymore. They seem to have a liking for Jonathan Bergeron. Is that someone you would like to see come to Detroit? If Stevie says, all right, they're ready to go, I trust them to make the playoffs, I'm going to buy, could you see them going after a Chychrun?
I could see it. It's been reported, I think Dave Pagnotta reported from the fourth period that they're interested. My only concern is that his knees, both his knees, he's had surgery on already. I don't think he's ever played a season where he's played more than like 65 games. And those were shortened seasons. I think if I were to go after someone, and if you're looking for a defenseman, my target would probably be Noah Hanifin. And the price would probably be around the same as what they're looking for. You might even be able to get him for maybe a little less because he's going to need a new contract. So you're going to have to pay him. And sometimes you can make a little deal there because he doesn't have term left. Chychrun's got term. And I have a hard time giving Ottawa, even though they tend to squander their picks, I have a hard time giving them more to buff their system up when they're supposed to be in the same kind of position that we're in right now.
I agree. And looking at some of the people we might be moving on from, some of the people we might be moving away from, Bergeron always seems to come up in those because he is a guy who he looks NHL ready, but he just can't crack this roster. Anytime he does come up to the main club, he seems to put the puck in the back of the net. Are you comfortable moving on from Bergeron because a Mazur and a Casper are down there still, or would you like to hold on to Bergeron if you can?
If the deal, I think it comes out of like any player. If the deal is that good, you can't pass it up. And like you said, we've got guys like Mazur, guys like maybe Cross Hannes might develop into. The thing with Bergeron, he's got really good IQ, and that's kind of hard to pass up there. But he lacks defensively. And if you can get a guy like a Carter Mazur to take that role, if you can build a guy like Amadeus Lombardi into that kind of role, you've got enough in the system. You've got one of the top prospect pools in hockey that I think if you trade someone like Bergeron, you're not taking a huge hit because he's not playing right now. And we always go into it saying that he's not a Stevie draft pick. Stevie didn't draft Bergeron. He has no allegiance to him. And his name's come up in several discussions. He's a great player. Any team that gets him will be extremely happy with what he can do, which I think makes him more of a valuable piece.
Hey, Greg, Nick Koloff here in the audio sound booth. Speaking of goals and forwards, Alex DeBrincat has had 9 goals in his first 7 games as a Red Wing, but he's only had 9 goals in his next 44 games. How do we get a guy like that back on track, being the prolific goal scorer that he is?
I made the joke last week, move the net about a foot to the left. If you do that, Cat would have probably 10 goals in his past 5 games. It's kind of like what we've seen before with other players. It just seems like he's snake bitten. He's getting the chances. They're either hitting the post, they're going wide. I just getting the reps over and over again. And eventually once one goes in, others will follow. And it looks like he's back on the top line with Larkin and Raymond. It looks like Perron is going to be on the second with Comfer and Kane, as far as I can remember from lines this morning. So I think it is getting him with Larkin, who he's shown instant chemistry from since the minute he got here, and getting him those reps and over and just building off it and having Larkin feed him, and eventually something will go in. I'm not worried about him because he's still on pace to have a really, really good year for his first year with a new team. And the goals will come. We know he's a goal scorer. He's not in Ottawa anymore. And I'm not too worried about him, but I think it's just getting him that next one to build off of. And I think All-Star break might help that too. And
leading into that, I did want to ask you, what is your favorite top line combination for the Red Wings and the power play one? Because we know the power play has been great all year. At the beginning of the year, they're the best in the league. But who do you want to see on that first line going forward and on that first power play?
As much as people don't like it, I do like Cat, Larkin, and Raymond as that top line. I think it's solid. It gives you playmaking. It gives you lethal scoring ability. I know that he has the past with Patrick Kane. Put them on the power play together. Make your power play Larkin, Kane, DeBrincat, Raymond, and Sider. I say go full force on power play one, give them the most amount of time. But I do think that he needs those top line minutes. I do think he needs that facilitator like Dylan Larkin. And I don't think the matchups have really hurt him that much. So I do like the top line of Kane, Cat, and Larkin, Cat, and Raymond.
I know we are thinking about potential trade targets on the blue line for this Red Wings team, but one of the guys we have in-house is one of the best prospects in all of hockey, Simon Edvinsson. Could you see a call-up this season, specifically if a deal maybe doesn't get done at the deadline for these Red Wings?
For him to come up, a deal would have to get done. You'd have to move a guy from the blue line out. You'd have to move a Jeff Petrie contract. You'd have to have someone take a flyer on Shane Gostisbehere, which wouldn't be that hard. He's a good player. A lot of teams could use what he can bring. But Simon Edvinsson, I said it's the only way he's coming up. And that would technically be improving your team from within without having to really give up a ton of futures in order to get something. And you could gain assets by giving up a ghost to bring in Edvinsson. I could see it, but then I could equally see a situation where you say he's fine with what they're doing. The Griffins are on fire. They're doing fantastic right now. He's part of that run. Maybe get him some absolute playoff experience there rather than bring him here for the push. And then if they don't end up making it, sending him back. So I think if you could make a move on the blue line to ship someone out, Edvinson's your first call up unless you're trying to go just strict lockdown defense, then you're bringing up an Albert Johansson.
I love it. I love it. And speaking of, these A++ prospects that the Red Wings have, Axel Sandin-Pellikka, he has been tearing things up. He has looked fantastic everywhere he is. How long do you think it is before we see this kid actually get brought up to the Red? I know it's not going to be anytime soon, but 2-3 years, or do you think it could be quicker than that?
2 seasons, I think, is acceptable. 3 would be a long shot for me. Generally, get him a little bit acclimated in North American game, to the smaller ice sheet, see how they do there. His game seems really translatable to the speed of the NHL, to the spacing of the NHL. They just want to make sure that he's got a lethal shot, that he can get it off quicker, because guys close in faster on you on the smaller ice sheet. So I could see a year in Grand Rapids. They might even leave him in the SHL for another year, because Stevie likes the SHL as a developmental league. But I don't see him much more than a year in the minors before coming up, because to me, he's that skill level where you're going to have to rebuild this right side pretty quickly, and he's going to probably be your second pair right D underneath Mo Seider, which is just insane to think about when you look at our defensive pipeline and just the guys that you're going to stack there. It looks really, really good going forward.
Definitely looks good going into the future. And on those lines, I want to talk about these goaltenders that we have in our pipeline with Augustine and Kosa. These guys have been playing super well. What are your just first thoughts on Augustine and Kosa? Because they are kind of just two completely different goaltenders.
Yeah, they are. Trey is very calm. Trey Augustine's very calm, very poised, moves really well. Very few cracks in his game, as to where Kosa is a little bit, I think, more athletic, a little bit more sprawling, a little, I don't want to say erratic, because I think erratic is the wrong word to use, but he's got more movement to his game and goal. So what's nice is that goalies are weird. We always say goalies are voodoo, and their development path takes forever because of just the game they play, and each level is so much harder. But now it looks like you've got two guys that can take this team, or should be able to take this team to the next step when they do come up. And I expect Kosa to be up in a backup role within a season and a half. Augustine probably takes another year in college, and then maybe moves over to the Griffins. And you're right, two different style goalies, but both of them doing exceedingly well at the level they're at, which is all you could have hoped for. After people like to go into the prospect tournament and say, look what Kosa did. You can't really do that. You got to look at game action. And in game action recently, he's been very good.
Yeah, I love it. And I love seeing, maybe this is the second coming of Bishop to Vasilevsky with what Stevie did in Tampa. Maybe he's doing that again in Detroit. And we appreciate you joining us, man. It's always great to talk hockey on here. I don't get to do it nearly as much as I would love to. But before we let you go, tell the people where they can find you guys, where you got some podcasts coming out, what you have loading for this away trip the Red Wings have. And finally, give me a stamp. Do you think the Red Wings are going to make the playoffs this year? Are we going to see some postseason hockey in LCA?
Yeah, we got episodes every week. We drop one week generally. I'll do some smaller stuff in between. You can find us online, most social platforms at Grindline Pod. We're also on YouTube. I should have an episode coming out probably on Friday. And as of today, if you were to ask me today, yes, the Red Wings will make the playoffs. I think Morgan Riley just got suspended for 5 games, so hopefully that helps helps Toronto slide in the standings a little bit, and we can definitely leapfrog them starting tonight.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you for joining us as always.
Thanks for having me on.
And let's go Red Wings. How many points out of this road trip is a success to you? Is it 6, or does it have to be more than that?
Let's see. 5-game road trip. 4-game road trip. Give me 2, 4. Yeah, let's say 6 points. Let's lose 1. That's fine. Or split 2.
I like it. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you for joining us.
Appreciate you, man.
We'll get you out here
guys.
again soon. Man, feels good.
Fun to talk hockey.
Feels good. Feels good.
God.
Must be nice to be able to hear that one, huh?
It feels good. Don't get to do it every.
The road to the playoffs.
Well, let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone, where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. Experience a squeaky clean environment, tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes of 30 minutes circuit, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $10 a month. No matter where you are, Planet Fitness close by. More than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Feel alive during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest New Year's sales event ever. Get the best prices on our huge selection of award-winning Chevrolets. Like this 2024 Equinox for $188 per month. Or this 2024 Silverado for $268 per month. It's the New Year's sales event going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What up, welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm Eazy, joined by guys Spin More X. Young Chris, joined by Unky Nick. What do you got on there, Chris?
I seen these right before we got on air. I seen these funny tweets about the Alec Burks and Bojan experience. How that's
Oh, Nick.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Nick.
Yeah, I thought you meant Nick too.
No.
Okay, all right. Well, what do you got?
You want me to throw them up now? They're a good laugh. Look at this. So this guy says,
I've seen that.
In 2 games, I don't think I've seen Alec Burks or Bojan get a defensive stop or pass the ball once. The Knicks traded Quentin Grimes for 2 shiny pieces of corn in the Pistons pile of dog shit. And then he says after somebody comments, he says, my guy hit a screen and caught vertigo. That's how the New York Knicks Bojan and Burks experience is going.
Maz gave me this list. Like, have you seen the similarities between the JFK and Abe Lincoln assassination?
No.
Dude, you should look that up. It's fucking crazy. But, like, it's similarities between 2020 and 2024.
Okay.
You want to hear them? They're pretty wild.
I don't know, man. You make me nervous.
Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl, both years.
Okay.
Lamar Jackson wins MVP, both years. Ravens win the AFC North, both years. Texans win the AFC South with 10 wins, both years. Chiefs win the AFC West. Chargers last in the AFC West. Washington last in the NFC East with 13 losses. Panthers last in the South. 49ers win the NFC West. Cardinals last in the NFC West. Chiefs are the home team in the Super Bowl. 49ers are the #1 seed. Billie Eilish won Song of the Year. Chiefs plus 600 preseason odds to win the Super Bowl.
That's weird.
49ers beat the Packers in the playoffs. Bruins and Maple Leafs finished top 5 in the East. They're both currently top 5 in the East. Avalanche finished second in the West. They're currently second in the West. Celtics and Bucks both finished top 3 in the East. They're both currently top 3 in the East. Nuggets finished third in the West. They're currently third in the West. 1 seed in the college football playoffs. #1 seed wins the college football playoff, both years. 2 undefeated teams play in the college football playoffs, both years. Loser of the college football playoffs lost by 3 scores, both years. Joel Embiid has surgery to repair his left hand.
That's not a...
Joel Embiid has surgery to repair his left knee this year. Yeah. Panthers fire Ron Rivera after loss in 2020. Commanders fire Ron Rivera after loss in 2024. And the winner of the Citrus Bowl scored 35 points both years.
That's probably the craziest one, the Citrus Bowl one.
Yeah.
The other ones, like, look, 49ers are good, Chiefs are good. Like, they're going to be good for, like, the next, like,
I think the
5 to 6 years.
The Texans win the AFC South with 10 wins both years is kind of wild. Like, the wins part
But
makes
that
it
division, the wins are always, like, right around there. You know what I'm saying? Like, since forever.
And guess what happened in March in 2020?
COVID.
That's
what you're saying.
Something's
coming. COVID part 2 starts in March, ?
Is the government giving out checks? Part 2
Hey,
in March?
I'm down for the stimmies. Stimmies is a great time.
baby.
Aliens taking over.
That's
that sounds like some simulation
let
shit,
me
though.
Let you what?
The Lincoln and...
Man, fuck all that. The Lions. All you have to say is the Lions are the difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Lions and
There you go.
NFC, yeah. What are you looking up? All right. Well.
Okay. Oh, fuck. That's Wikipedia. I don't need that. I need a list. Somebody give me a list. The Kennedy and Lincoln, like...
Oh,
okay, don't freak me out, dude. I look like Abraham
It's
Lincoln.
wild. It's like...
Yeah, don't scare Chris.
Kennedy was killed in a Ford Lincoln, and Lincoln was killed in Ford Theater, or I don't know. It's
in Kennedy Theater or something.
Yeah,
like that?
in Kennedy Theater.
I'll watch a little. What do you call on it?
Staying away from it.
Documentary.
I'm all down for YouTube.
Okay, here we go. Abe Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1946. John F. Kennedy, or 1846. John F. Kennedy in 1946. Lincoln was president in 1860. Kennedy 1960. Both were particularly concerned in civil rights. Both wives lost children while living in the White House.
Wow.
Both presidents were shot on a Friday. Both presidents were shot in the head. Now it gets really weird. Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, who assassinated JFK, was born in 1939. Both assassins were known by their three names. Never trust a man with three names. That's a known fact.
That's true.
Both names were composed of 15 letters. Now hang on to your seat. Lincoln was shot at a theater named Ford. Kennedy was shot at a car named Lincoln made by Ford. Lincoln was shot in a theater and his assassin ran and hid in a warehouse. Kennedy was shot from a warehouse and his assassin ran and hid in a theater. Booth and Oswald were assassinated before their trials. And here's the kicker. A week before Lincoln was shot, he was in Monroe, Maryland. A week before Kennedy was shot, he was in Maryland, Monroe. It says with Marilyn Monroe, but I said in because it's funny.
Yeah.
But how wild is that?
That motherfucker back there is not real.
3 names, says King Horse.
Never trust a man with 3 names.
No, yeah.
I'm staying away from anything Kennedy.
Or
anything
2 first
Ford,
names. 2
anything
first
Lincoln.
names. Like
I just gotta play safe.
James Leonard.
With 3 names. Does everybody with a middle name have 3 names?
No. Lee Harvey Oswald. You don't call me Spencer Morgan Raxter.
But nobody calls them every single time by all 3 names.
Jalen Watts
Lee
Jackson.
Harvey Oswald. Like,
Jalen Reeves Maven.
Germ.
Well, he's got 3 names. You never trust a man with 2 first names. That is the thing.
Actually, I do a kid named
James Jones.
I don't give out his whole
Jones is his first name.
I won't give out his whole government, but his last name was 2 first names.
That cancels out.
Cancels out?
Yeah. So you got 3 first names.
Yeah.
So you're good.
Then what's the difference? Lee Harvey.
Just 3 names. Like Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
His first name is Lee Harvey.
I see what you're saying.
And John Wilkes Booth.
So 2 first names.
Or his first name was Lee and his last name's Harvey Oswald. And John Wilkes Booth, his first name's John and his last name's Wilkes Booth.
Oh, so you're talking about the hyphenated last names.
So yeah, like Darius Purcell Wilkes. Can't trust him.
Don't we have somebody like that?
Darius.
Oh, I know. I didn't know that was his whole government. You got his whole government like that, huh?
Darius Elijah Purcell Wilkes.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Actually, I think it is his birthday.
It is his birthday today, yeah.
Happy birthday, Darius. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to that.
I want to make
his birthday's next week.
I want to make a joke right now, but I probably shouldn't.
Good. They're dead.
All right. I was gonna say, speaking of another president with a hole in his head, Joe Biden said for the physical exam he's not doing the cognitive test.
Damn.
First president in history.
Damn. Wow, that's actually crazy. That's actually.
Let him cook.
Stop not scared. I hate the fucking government, dude. I fucking hate it so
too.
much.
You can
we shouldn't sign Leonard Floyd.
Conversation.
Yeah, you don't sign Leonard Floyd.
I hate it.
Barney Frank, Ricky Martin, Elton John. Can't trust. Well, I think Elton John's a stage name.
Cleared.
I think that's a stage name. And Eazy knows he's.
Did a lot for the gays. He did. He's a great sport. For ass fucking. Bro. What do you want? He's great. I have nothing bad to say about Elton John.
No,
I don't know why it gets spun that way.
Elton John's the man.
Yeah.
Rocket Man.
He's a fucking rocket.
Yeah, he is the fucking rocket man.
Rocket
Let me
man.
tell you about Big Boy. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. They got the lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden. Also, the new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Top it all off with a gingerbread shake for dessert. Stop by your local Big Boy today.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
You have an opinion? Make sure it's seen and heard. Corner, jumper. Tweet us, hop on the YouTube chat, slide in the DMS at Woodward Sports on all social media. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Swiss.
Jesus.
You should be a fan of
Swiss Insurance.
Swiss Insurance, the best of business, whether it's your home or your auto. Mark with Swiss Insurance gets you right. It's Mark at SwissINS.com. Oh my God.
Oh.
How about this redraft? This is an awful redraft, by the way. I'm like irritated by it.
What redraft?
This is a redraft from CBS Sports.
This year's draft?
Yes, 2023. Chris Trapasso, or should I save it for tomorrow? It's really bad. I wouldn't even want to do it as a thing for tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Do it.
Number 1, CJ Stroud.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Who do you think is number 2 in a redraft?
Will Anderson.
Who do you think?
Or no, it's probably...
Maybe I don't hate it, but I do hate it.
Sam Laporta.
Will Levis. Number 2? You hate that?
I don't hate it.
I don't love it.
I don't love it either. But.
How about this one? Because I don't think this would fucking ever happen. I mean...
Sam Laporta?
Where's your boy
Number 3,
AR?
Puka Nacua.
Damn. No.
At number 3? Like, that's fucking crazy.
That is pretty wild.
At number 4, Anthony Richardson.
We're laughing about some shit Nick said, Danny.
It's crazy. No one. All right. Anyway, number 5, Devon Witherspoon.
Crazy.
Number 6, Detroit Lions. Who do you think it took?
Jameer Gibbs.
Nope.
Christian Gonzalez.
Nope. You want to guess?
Devon Witherspoon.
Sam Laporta.
Devon Witherspoon went 5.
Oh.
No one's taking a tight end that high. It is Rashee Rice.
I would.
The Lions literally did. I don't know. There's 13.
No, it didn't.
Rashee Rice?
Yeah.
Dude, what?
From the
top 10 pick in a redraft?
Fucking way, bro.
Eating ass, bro. That is
he's
fucking crazy.
Dick, bro. That is crazy.
Like, we said he just won the Super Bowl with the scrap heap. All due respect to Rashee Rice, he was part of the scrap heap.
He was their best receiver.
He was the best
for sure,
one, yeah, but he also wasn't consistent.
Way.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Actually, you might pull up his numbers. Am I missing? Did he have? I don't think he had 1,000 yards.
He had a good year.
Insane.
But not number 6 good. That's pretty wild.
Jalen Carter, number 7. Kobe Turner, number 8. Will Anderson, all right.
He had 938
this
yards
guy's
and
a
7
fucking
touchdowns.
idiot.
That's pretty good.
How many yards?
938 and 7 touchdowns.
Okay.
But that's with Patrick Mahomes.
He has
and
Kobe
being the
Turner
only receiver on the team
from the Rams over Will Anderson, the reigning defending
defensive
rookie of the year.
Yeah.
I think Keanu Benton at 10.
Will Anderson won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
That's awesome to see for the Jalen Carter lovers.
Yeah, Jalen Carter finished 2nd in that one.
What else was there?
Well deserved from the Texans.
That was awful.
That is terrible.
Awful. One of the worst I've ever seen in my life.
Mailbag.
Mail sack. You saving the Tigers for tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, I got piss.
Vikings, Justin Jefferson wants to know what the team's plans are at quarterback before committing long term.
They ain't got none.
That makes sense.
You think they trade up for a quarterback?
I saw something where they would trade, like somebody
said they trade Justin Jefferson
and pick 11
for pick 3.
That would never. I cannot. Am I fucking crazy right now?
That might get you pick 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Justin Jefferson and pick. Like, get the fuck out of here. There's no way you have to give up that much to go to pick number 3.
Jefferson.
When both quarterbacks are spent at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you want Jaden Daniels.
Or you
Maybe.
just trade in Justin Jefferson to get Marvin Harrison.
Restart the clock.
It's like like a lease,
Yeah,
like a car lease.
Maserati.
Oh yeah, I want the new Maserati. We're driving.
I turned in
up
my
the lot.
Jetta for a Maserati.
Hey.
Eduardo O'Neal, mailbag. When grading QBs, I really think we should take into account if they have an O-line, and when we are talking touchdowns, the running backs rushing touchdowns. Shaw has no O-line. Love has a top 5-ish O-line. I don't know what top 5 is, but he definitely has a better O-line.
It's much better.
Yeah. Well, I guess he only came back halfway through the season.
Mailbag. Who is Goff on the thumbnail, Spencer? That is Gojo.
Stroud 100% better than Love, by the way.
Yes.
We argue receiving cores. Stroud is day and night better than Love. That's not even. I hope. I don't want no one to think that I said that.
Easy said.
We were talking about the receiving cores.
That's Gojo. That Jared Goff is. Also, again, 7 o'clock. You guys can hop right over to Spenmorax Speaks page. Drop a like. Top 5 anime villains all time. Coming out at 7.
Any sneak peeks here for Spenmo?
Sneak peeks. There's going to be people that people don't like. I can tell you that already.
Anyone that just missed the cut that you can throw in.
Anyone that just missed the cut. Yeah.
Are you convinced that an extra year of life is going to take away a 17-sack performance level for Khalil Mack?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. But everything before that suggests like
it is pretty crazy that he got 17.
It was like what, 8 sacks, 9 sacks, 17? Like it just in the context of things.
Yeah, 11 would have made more sense, even though he got 6 of them in one game.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. King wants to know, Nick, would you get your lovely right hand for Valentine's Day?
What?
Your right hand lady.
What'd you get your girl for Valentine's Day?
All right, I thought he just singled me out on it.
You're the only one.
No, you're the only one here with the girl. Yeah, you did get singled out. Loser.
I usually just do it simple. She knows I don't really buy into all that shit for Valentine's
You don't
Day.
buy into Valentine's Day?
No,
You're gonna get her chocolates?
I think it's a goddamn scam. I think
some flowers.
No, I'll get her flowers. I will get her flowers and I'll make a nice dinner. That's what we usually do.
You're gonna give her that. Yeah.
PG-13.
Nick's like, honey, we can use the.
All right.
This is a genius, though. He got his girl to buy that. It's all a scam. That's a genius move. That's what he said. He said, my girl knows I don't buy into all that scam.
I mean, you see all this shit played up on social media like crazy. They try to make you feel bad if you're not going all out like
crazy.
crazy.
I'd buy her a shit ton of stuff for Valentine's Day.
We've been together a while. We've been together a long time.
I buy her flowers, some chocolates.
Easy, what'd you buy her?
Your girlfriend?
A fucking squishmallow.
You better chill.
Giggity. No, I proposed to a girl, and then I convinced her not to get married. Like we could just have a fake ceremony, but not get actually married.
What? You're doing a fake proposal?
Same type of thing, though. It's like why?
Yeah. That's terrible. That is a terrible.
No, it's not.
That's fucked up.
No, it's not.
Did you actually want to marry her, or were you just like, I don't want to buy her anything for Thanksgiving?
It just doesn't make sense.
Let me fake marry her.
Well, it doesn't make sense to get married.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't need a certificate to say that I fucking love you.
Yeah, but that's fair.
It's better than asking for a prenup.
It is better than
it's way easier convincing, like, hey, there's tax benefits, we do this, versus like us getting married.
We should do a civil union like Chuck and Larry.
That'd be so funny, dude. That'd be so fucking funny.
I can't
have a fucking wedding.
But neither of us make any money, so it does like it.
If you get a job in insurance,
I could just write B on my taxes, so that would help.
There you go.
I'll pop out one for you somewhere.
iKing takes a shot at Spenny here at Zelgate wins. Spenmo gets his lady a replica lightsaber, and whatever free shot he got at work.
Hell yeah.
iKing.
I wanted to build my own lightsaber when I was in Disneyland, but that shit was like $150 just to start. I was like, dude,
that's tough.
Wait, you could build a lightsaber at Disney? Like a Lego one?
Like a Lego one. No, like a legit one.
What color would you guys go with?
The same? You just get it?
No, you get to do the handle, the color, the fucking.
How much did you start at?
It was like $150 to walk in.
And then
so it was probably like $500 before you got your fucking lightsaber.
Sounds worth it.
Nah. And then I was like, how am I gonna get this bit? Like, I don't want to walk on the plane. Like, take me to my seat.
What color would you guys do?
Purple.
You got one
Purple
lightsaber?
Sure.
Yeah.
Purple for sure.
Who was the
Hit Ronan
what's
and
his
I
name?
married 40 years. We give each other dirty looks.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
I think it's a goddamn
What
scam.
kind of
It's a
dirty?
dandy
What kind of
G.
dirty?
It's
Spenny
a
said Thanksgiving.
goddamn
Did I
scam.
say Thanksgiving?
I think you did on
probably.
accident. It was
All right.
sliding place.
Thanksgiving's the best holiday.
Don't gotta get her nothing.
Spinny got her.
Yeah,
Sports
Thanksgiving's
center.
it's got everything you want out of Christmas, except you don't have to buy gifts for anybody. Thanksgiving is the best holiday by far.
Yeah,
Halloween.
I love Thanksgiving.
Or opening day.
Opening day.
So sad that I'm
That's
gonna
my
miss it.
favorite day of the year. Opening day is my favorite day of the year. I'm trying to go 3 for 3. I'm signing some titties. So if your girl's got some big old knockers, tell her to come down to the tent.
Jeez
I'll give her
Louise.
my John
I think
Hancock.
you got plans for Valentine's Day. Eduardo O'Neill says, "Come to Orlando. I got you, Spencer."
Hey,
Pro
shout
all
out.
day. Shout out Eduardo. Spinny, is it
Spenny got her
Forearms
a
Day
Woodward
tomorrow?
Sports hoodie. Is it what?
Is it Forearms Day tomorrow?
Forearms day. Oh, for sure. Doing 4 sets every 20 minutes. But yeah, I'm lonely. No, I'm just kidding. That'll do it for us today. Spend More X Speaks episode. Go like and subscribe. For Eazy, for Nick, for Chris, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. Appreciate y'all for watching. We'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.
Anyone, please.
Yeah.